Hey, today I thought I would come to you from the auditorium here at Westway Christian Church, the big room. I'll try not to make you dizzy, so maybe I'll just do it this way. When I think about the auditorium that we have here at Westway Christian Church, I think that this space and what we do in this room on Sunday mornings, and every aspect of what we do on Sunday mornings, this place is probably the biggest area in our church as a church. This is probably the biggest area that we have where our preferences come out. This room right here is the battleground for our preferences. This room right here is the battleground for our will. This room right here is the battleground for our desires. This is the room where we come in on a Sunday morning and we wish the music were different. This is the room where we come in on a Sunday morning and we wish the sermon were shorter. We wish lots of things. We wish people would treat this room the way that we think it should be treated. As I come over here to our family and children's area, I'm going to swing around like this room right here, this space right here presses on our preferences of what we think church ought to be like, what we think it ought to sound like, what we think it ought to act like, how we think people ought to behave. All of those things become the battleground in this room where we are pressed against by the wishes and the desires, not only of other people, of the other people in the space, but we are pressed upon by the wishes and desires of our sinful selves. I'm going to read to you Galatians 5, verse 13. For you have been called to live in freedom, my brothers and sisters. But don't use your freedom to satisfy your sinful nature. Instead, use your freedom to serve one another in love. What would it be like for us that this room was not a place for contention, but was a place for love? What would it be like for us that this space was not used to satisfy our own wishes, our own desires, our own sinful nature, but it was designed to serve one another in love? What if we saw this space as an opportunity to set aside our preferences so that others might hear the gospel of Jesus Christ? I want to encourage you as you participate in the things that are happening at Westway Christian Church. I want to encourage you to set aside your preferences. And this is for any church. This isn't just a Westway thing. This is any church. I want to encourage you to set aside your preferences. I want to encourage you to set aside what you think would be best. I want to encourage you to seek out what God's desire and God's design is to make disciples of all nations. And we will do that best when we focus on God first. Love you, praying with you, praying for you. We'll talk to you again soon.